think zines are really neat. Here's a few zines I read last week. Hello everyone, today is January 8th, 2026. Coming out of Spokane, Washington, JND Ads and Contacts. I got 3 issues. Traded some zines, traded some pen pal letters. This is issues 14, 15, 16 from spring of 24 and January 25 and September of 25. This is basically a list of reviews, a list of addresses, a list of classified ads. If you're into mail art, like getting weird stuff in the mail, it's got a bunch of addresses of people who like to get mail from strangers. Definitely promoting the old school way of, we don't need to email and ask if it's okay to send a letter, just send random letters. So if you want to send some random mail or you want to trade zines, there's a whole bunch of ads and reviews for people who like to support the USPS. Cool, if you're just looking for zines, some good zine reviews in there too. The Secret of the Moon's Rotation, number 41. I haven't read this in probably 10 or 20 issues. I think it was maybe in the 20s the last time I read an issue. This is by David Teague, who lives in Alberta, Canada. This is just a bunch of full-size collages. It's by a bunch of different people. David Teague does a few different zines, but you can just make up your own full-size collage and mail it to him, and he will compile it. Sometimes it's ads, sometimes it's poetry, sometimes it's drawings. But just a bunch of weird imagery. Kind of goes along with people that like to do mail art. Like if you just like throwing weird images together, kind of a cool, easy read. Flip through it, read it, look at it, be amazed by the collage work. There's actually some good collages in here. So light and easy, kind of fun to read. Dead Letter Drop. I got this from DB Pedlar, who is Hilltop Curmudgeon, does a couple other zines, involved in some different APAs and different people sharing mail. It's also with Francis Biscotti. I'll put that address in the link there. This was the first issue of this, I guess. It's just different people who are writing to or about Edgar Allan Poe. I lived in Baltimore for 2 years and learned a lot about Edgar Allan Poe while I was there. Couple little drawings, couple little letters, couple little poems, all themed around Edgar Allan Poe. Christian New Age Quarterly, volume 27, number 2, autumn of 2025, so the most recent issue. Catherine Grove has been doing this zine for freaking ever, since I was in high school, I think. I don't know what year this started, but it's been around forever. Christian New Age Quarterly. If you are an atheist or weirded out by Christian things, don't be weirded out by this one. It's a bunch of spiritual people who probably go to like Unitarian churches, talking about God, talking about spirituality, talking about meditation. It's not really a specific religion, although it is Christian leaning, but definitely people reading and writing it from all different religions. So whatever your background is or your beliefs, you might be able to get something out of this. Not my favorite zine in the world. It's not one that I gravitate towards every single time, but some issues hit me a little bit more than others, and this one in particular, I really enjoyed this issue. There was one story about called Dopamine, which is all about, it was talking about addiction and how the brain kind of rewires itself when you start, doing drugs or doing any sort of thing that might form a habit. How it's kind of like coincidence that you do it and then you do it again, and then your brain wires in to enjoy the thing that you're doing, and at some point it becomes like the natural state for you, so it's really hard to break out of that. And I've just known so many people that struggle with addiction that I really enjoyed that story. There's also one about monks, about Buddhist monks, I don't know, some sort of monks. A Tale of Saint, you can read that, I can't read that, but it basically was a story about monks talking about, well, how do I know I'm enlightened? Well, how do I know I'm spiritual? At what point have I learned enough about God? At what point am I truly a religious person? And just like a certain humbleness that comes with trying to be enlightened, and like you can't brag about how enlightened you are even if other people brag about you. I don't know. This is a cool story. Yeah, if you enjoy thinking on those types of levels about spirituality and where we go when we're dead and stuff like that, might be cool to get a subscription to that. And finally, Commonplace #1. I've been digging into Bridget's zines. I've read some of her more recent issues, and then I was like, let me get everything you've ever written, basically. Just tell me a number, I'll write you a check. This is issue #1, which is really cool. It's hard to see kind of with the foil cover there, but it's a really pretty cover. Issue 1, addition to the spooky season. This is all spooky stories. So Halloween, ghosts, goblins, Bigfoot, cryptids, witches, tarot cards. I don't know what year this came out, but there's a review for Beetlejuice, which is in like the last 5 years. So not terribly old, sometime somewhat recently. Cryptid, zodiac signs. It's a spook. I like that it's the spooky issue, not the scary issue. It's not scary. It's not horror stories. It's not blood and guts, but it's spooky. And I really like this one a lot. So I think I said in the last video I have like all the Commonplaces, so I'm going to be reading like one a week for the next like month or two. But yeah, Commonplace #1. That's it. Thank you. Bye.